Fred Free Radio, this is Chiara Nicoletti from the 41st Torino Film Festival. I'm glad to be with Ilinca Manolache, actress and protagonist of Do Not Expect Too Much from the End of the World by Radu Jude. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So this is, I was talking about this film a lot today and in these days because Radu Jude made it again, to
Yes.
shock us and to realize something that is a film that talks about so many things. Talks about Romania, talks about Italy, talks about women, talks about people. So, uh, first of all, how did you get on board of this film?
So it's not my first collaboration with
Yeah.
Radu. We worked together since 2016 for his movie Barbarians. But it's my first leading role in Radu's movies. Um, Also, I would like to say that I come from the theater space. I do
Hmm.
more theater in Romania, and Radu goes a lot and he sees a lot of theater. So he knew me from the stage also. But we had a great collaboration for his previous movies, and this time I didn't have a casting. He just offered me the role, and he gave me the script to read it. And after I read the script, I was so represented by what he wrote, and I felt the power of the scenario and this energy that the international press talked about that the movie has, that is very punk and like Alice in Wonderland on amphetamines and all that. Actually, it was in the script. I felt it while reading it, and it was an easy process. He offered me this, I said absolutely yes, and then um, I had, and I have so much trust in his feedback and in his opinion and in his vision, that for me, besides learning, I don't know, a lot of pages of text, besides that, it wasn't such a difficult thing.
Here's something that I often ask, but in this case, I'm even more interested to know it. Who was Angela on paper when you first read about this character, and who did she become now?
uh, it's strange because Angela on paper, I somehow I read it. It was me that I was reading those lines. So I don't know if it's a big difference between what I saw and what I read on the paper and what is on screen. Radu always says, always, he says that even though it's a fictional movie, each fictional movie has its dose of documentary, because actors share their personality, their voice, their attitude, everything. So me reading the scenario, the script was pretty similar to what I saw on the big screen. Of course, and I have to say that we have an amazing DOP that created those absolutely incredible cinema uh, pictures. Um, so yeah,
Since, as I said, the film talks about so many things, what would you say that this film is about?
uh, it's difficult because it's so eclectic, and it has so many layers. It's difficult to say, to point just one thing, but I think it observes our
Mm.
society in a very deep dialogue with uh, the society from the 80s in Romania, and I think it's a very uh, very interesting cinematographic dialogue that we can get to witness, and it makes you question and think about society, how it evolved, how history evolves, how the representation of women has evolved, how feminism became more articulate or more radical, or um, how how is this dialogue, how is the human uh, body of a female represented on cinema. It's so many layers.
And as speaking about that, how do you know there's been or uh, a change in the way that women are being portrayed in cinema. So I wanted to know more about Romanian cinema. If you think that there's been an evolution in how women are being portrayed, and if you think that this evolution is and revolution in a way is real or is kind of imposed, you know.
No, I think it's totally real. I think it has to happen even more than it's happening uh, now. But absolutely, there is a evolution towards uh, a better stage. In Romania, uh, we have very powerful female voices in cinema, and I can um, give example Adina Pintilie or Ivana Mladenovic. She's Serbian, but she was educated in Romania at the University of Cinema in Romania, and also very young voices like Teona Galgoțiu or Alma Buhagiar that come very with a very fresh and powerful position in cinema. So it's a big difference, and a good one. And I hope uh, that we can grow even more in this sense.
Well, let's think from Locarno on. What's the best thing that you heard about this film?
Wow, I've heard so many amazing uh, I read so many
Mm,
reviews, and the feedback was so overwhelming. In theater in Romania, I didn't get to so much writing about a project because
mm,
theater in Romania is very blocked there, and it's just there. It doesn't travel,
mm, mm.
unfortunately. And this movie broke the ceiling for me. So I don't know. One was that I should have won le Palme d'Or pour la plus KO actrice de l'année.
I love
And
that.
I found that it was so funny and nice appreciation.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Ilinca Manolache, for being with us and for talking about Don't Expect Too Much from the End of the World by Radu Jude. Thank you for what you're doing for women in cinema and not only in cinema.
Thank you so much.
And this is Chiara Nicoletti from the 41st Torino Film Festival for Fred Festival Insider.